Someone is afraid you will say something, definitely living in fear. You saw something. There are no coincidences. You saw something, you might have just felt something. And they saw it in your face, like they know that you know. You're already equipped, write about it. Here's what I mean. Write it down for your own benefit. I mean, however it resonates, but you definitely need to start an intuition journal. Less is more, though, and only you need to know about it. Don't tell anybody about it. Don't put it in an app. Be very careful with your words, whatever you write, okay? Only because it's for your intuition, and words are that powerful. Look, once you write it down, especially freehand, which I do suggest you do, I don't think you should put on any technology, and make up your own code, okay? Your own code for things in case people do find it or whatever. I'm not trying to say be paranoid. I just mean words are that powerful. You need to write about this because, look, all these cards, I mean, that message is just screaming to me, okay? It's screaming. Write about it. You are already ready, which, look, that's like a pen and paper, like somebody taking notes. You're equipped. There are no coincidences. Operate in love and you will prosper. That means write it down for your benefit, okay? And let the understanding be silent, because I'm getting a conversation between two people. And they said something they didn't realize they said and didn't realize you made a connection and your eyes met for a second or something to that effect. I'm just like seeing a little scene there. And it could be anyone in your life. Someone you cross paths with on a pretty regular basis. The weird thing about this reading is I'm getting that I'm not supposed to scare anybody, okay? If you feel fear, that's not of the higher realms, okay? Fear is a lower realm emotion. Start thinking of those kind of emotions like on the vibration scale. You can call it vibration, but the scale of, I can't remember what it's called, spirituality scale, like it ends with enlightenment. And really, and right before that is love, because some people say love is the highest frequency. It's a frequency scale. Authenticity is the highest because you can't have any of them without authenticity. Authenticity is like the backbone of all those emotions. Oh gosh, I just got that visual. Okay. I've gotten so many spiritual downloads lately. Unfortunately, videos like this, just so you know, videos like this, for me, on Need This Message don't do as well. So if you're really resonating with this or whatever, you want to say something, leave a comment, because the dramatic readings, those get pushed way out because people comment more. It's the comments. It's the screen watch time. The reason comments are so important, it's the more screen time it gets, okay? If somebody's sitting there leaving a comment, no matter where it is, if they're leaving a comment on their phone or laptop, whatever, it means the screen time has increased. It means they've got your attention longer. That's why comments count. And like for positive stuff like this, gosh, I'm getting so many downloads as I say this. For positive stuff like this, it barely goes out because people don't comment. It's just like and go on. I just want you to know that. Like, I'm going to have to start doing more readings like this where it's more positive, more spiritually oriented, because that's just where things are headed. Okay, I think you guys feel that too. Anyway. Everything in your life, even the little petty things, because a lot of people are so worried about what's coming, all right? First off, there's stuff I can't say, but spiritually, I'm going to tell you, look above, not below, and all that stuff's below, and you don't really know what's going on anyway unless you're there in person watching it. There's a whole lot going around on TikTok that you're not seeing on the mainstream news, as far as I know, because I don't really watch mainstream news. You got to question, especially TikTok, because I've been on there for a long time, okay? TikTok, in case you didn't realize, and to a lesser extent the other ones, the other platforms like Facebook, which is still very popular. TikTok has been guiding emotions, visualizing things for people, telling us what to visualize, especially the big blur now. Everybody thinks everything's AI. TikTok's been guiding people for a long time because it's so easy to corral more people there than anywhere else. It's just so easy to do that. Form loud, angry mobs, which reminds me of a Mike Judge movie. Think for yourself. Because you got to question, like, if they do allow certain things but don't allow other things. Like, I have to be careful what I'm saying right now. There's certain words I cannot say. The other platforms might even follow suit. It seems like TikTok sets the standard. Just from what I've noticed these past 5 years or so. If TikTok starts doing something, the other platforms usually follow suit. Well, certain words and phrases I cannot say on TikTok at all. Okay? You add TikTok Shop into the mix, oh, you really can't say anything. The fact that I'm even having this conversation with you right now, the fact that I'm telling you certain things are banned there, okay? Makes you wonder, why do they allow other things? Especially with ownership takeovers, okay? So anything you're seeing on there or hearing, anything, including this, anything, question it. with your spirit. Take that little intuition journal. Like I said, that's what I want you to do. That's what this message is about. Even something little, okay? Something you can get at the dollar store for like $1. Start there if you want, but make it really little. In fact, maybe even, this is all just coming to me as I do this message. I didn't prepare for this. But it's more important than anything else I could tell you. Those little tiny binders, you know, like I'm telling you, you can get a ton of them for like $1 or $4 or something. Keep something little to write with and just keep little notes about things, like little inklings of stuff you think is going to happen. Keep it to yourself, don't tell anybody, and don't put it electronically anywhere. Just remember, it's a very powerful thing what you're doing, very powerful. John D. Rockefeller used to walk around with a little ledger book. Who knows what else he put in this little notebook? He called it Ledger A, and he kept track of every single penny somebody owed him. No, I'm not trying to say you should follow everything he did, because there's a whole lot I could say about that, and I have, but there's magic in that, if you want to call it that. Keeping track of his debts, his accounting, like, and there's a free book in the public domain, his autobiography he wrote, a lot of this is in there. He was ruthless, but he also kept track of everything. Like, we should all do that as business owners, keep track of every penny, because it's akin to keeping track of the karma in life. It's a secret society thing. It's not a bad thing, because that power, that kind of thing I'm just telling you right now, can be used for good or bad. People want to say it's all good or all bad. That's part of the Mike Judge movie, okay? You got to take the good with the bad. Chew up the meat and know how to spit out the bones. Because one thing I really see on social media, especially TikTok, the Mike Judge movie I'm talking about, hordes and hordes of people, I mean, we're talking millions of people, high millions, who are really that into politics that they don't realize they're moving us closer to what's being manifested. Just a theory, no way it's true. They don't realize that. I don't judge anyone for their political beliefs. I think the whole world's a stage. Anyway, let's not go there right now. Politics is a distraction, bread and circuses, just like sporting events, and that's another example. People who go to these arenas, that's what we are now. It's like we are already virtually, electronically, social media-wise, at that level where I just see us all sitting around an arena, okay? Sitting around an arena, and who knows what's going on down there on the field. Bread and circuses, you can look that up. It's a distraction, just like I think people have been conditioned to be that way. These loud, angry hordes of people. It's like, I'm getting that scene on The Walking Dead. I'm sorry if this is a spoiler. It's the season with the governor that seemed to drag on forever. But he would get those zombies, which they never call zombies, it's walkers or different names, but they never use the word zombies. But he would get these zombies together and chain them up and make them fight. And people would have, he called it having a good time for his people. He thought it boosted morale. It was a very dangerous thing to do. It was kind of gross, but think of that on a global scale, on like those arenas like the Colosseum in Rome. Think about any sporting arena. I mean, turn on any game, football, basketball, soccer, whatever the game is where you live. Turn that on. That's where we are virtually. It's up to you what you want to focus on, okay? It's up to you. I could go on forever about this. I could honestly sit here and do just 100 messages about this. You know what? I just realized I was about to say it's not always easy to channel these messages. Like some of you, if you follow me, you know I've been talking to like energies and stuff, which we can all do. It's nothing to freak out about. Just some of us are more in tune with it. They want you to worry. Here's what I just got. You need to stop worrying, and the pain is temporary but worth it. Work with the pain. Use the pain. Look, I'm going to start also going through this book by Kevin Trudeau. What you focus on is more important now than ever. He does this great teaching where he's like, work with the pain though. The pain isn't bad, but a very specific method. I don't suggest putting everything in Apple Notes for the record, but this is something I would put in any note. I don't care. 68-second manifestation. Do multiple times a day. Think about what you don't want, what you won't tolerate anymore. From that pain, being sick and tired of being sick and tired, what exactly do you want? Write down exactly what you want as if you already have it. See a picture in your mind of you in possession of what you desire. That works. Okay? I'll talk about that more later, and I've talked about it before, but no, that works. That's why I believe in all this stuff, because I've had it happen too many times. What you focus on, like let yourself imagine, let yourself have a big imagination session. You will start drawing that in. It's all in your mind. Hold that picture for 68 seconds, puts out a frequency into the universe, activates the law of attraction, release attachment to its outcome. What I just showed you there is more powerful than anything else I could have shown you. Now, that's not the only method, but yeah, start doing that several times a day and your world will change. In fact, I probably need to start doing sessions here where I do that. Anyway, Last card. This message has all been pretty much just stuff you need to do for your intuition. Oh, if my screen bounces, if I do weird things, my screen does things, I have a filter I'm using. It's funny, I'll go back and look at my videos. I'm like, I didn't realize that happened while I was recording. But it's just the best lighting. I don't know. And it lets me zoom out more. So you set healthy boundaries. I'm going to get one more. You attract healthy relationships. I knew it. 2 cards. I knew that was going to come out. 2 cards about health. This comes out a lot because it's relevant. But make time for yourself. This is telling me that you really need to make time to do what I just told you. Make time for yourself and ignore people who come against you on it. Don't tell them what you're doing. Don't tell them your plans, because they'll get in your head and tell you it's not right. No, I'd love to form, I don't have time to work with people one-on-one, but wouldn't it be great to live in a community where people believe like this? Anyway, I'm sort of looking into that. Like-minded people, because it's just easier, strength in numbers. It would be so nice, so nice. Anyway, you attract healthy relationships and you set healthy boundaries. Make time for yourself first. I feel like I'm supposed to end with this. Operate in love and you will prosper. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.